Hi everybody, welcome back to 30 Days Till Done. We're working on our Splinter story, which is a story based on action as opposed to setting. And we had our initial action and we worked through who our characters are, what our conflict is. We've worked through our second strategy. Today we are working on our, this is the Battle Royale, the large and the final conflict. And you can say that this story, it doesn't have to be, but the first story was based really on two movements, right? And that was two strategies. This one is based on three movements, and we have our third strategy. And it doesn't really matter, but that's generally how a story is going to go. That's why you see very often that diagram that goes like this. You can think of these in terms of rising action, or you can think of them in terms of strategies, right? Sometimes easier as a writer to think of it as the strategy that my main character is taking. Okay, so we've got our character based on action, and now we're going to do the final conflict. The final conflict is when the two characters meet and really going to hash things out. And the character's either going to win or they're going to lose. Most of the time, a lot of the best stories, what you do is a character who loses visually loses what they initially wanted, but gains something that's more important to them, right? Really learns something. So if you can think of what's something we've all read, I was going to do of Mice and Men, but that's just tragic. Do a movie.
Star Wars.
What's that?
Star Wars.
Do Star Wars. Okay, so Star Wars, no, they just win. With Raiders of the Lost Ark, he loses the Ark, but he gains spirituality and love, right? And I think we talked about that last week too. Okay, so what are the characters going to do? So this is all about that final battle, whatever that is. Now I say battle, but that doesn't mean it needs to be overblown and ridiculous. At the same time, you don't want to be so subtle nobody knows what's going on. So my thing is going to be, okay, they walk out of the museum, and now they're in the parking lot, and they're meeting, and their husband, wife, and son nearby. He's probably still playing on his phone or trying to get a signal. And they're arguing about this, and the only way he's going to be able to assert his masculinity, I think, is by saying that's what he's doing, right? Saying, I. How would you say that without saying I assert my masculinity here? He's got to say something like, I'm still a tough guy. I'm still a man, right? I can still take care of myself. I know when I'm hurt, right? And I think there's going to be a flash of recognition with her face, and she's going to understand, and that's going to be interesting because he's going to win, but he's really the person who's being elevated here is the antagonist, and the antagonist is going to be growing up. Okay, so after you're done with that, not growing up, she's moves to the next level spiritually. After you're done with that, post down below, and we'll talk about it. We have one more day of writing, and then we've got revision. All right, I'll see you.